So, we're going to get into the hard numbers in a minute, but before we do, I've been fuming about yesterday's stream for most of today and trying to figure out the problems, trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong. And you see, well, first thing, before we get into the reason, I got to identify the problems before I can play better. I have to figure out what I'm doing wrong exactly, and that has been a process here. But let's just talk about this particular mission, the one that really pissed me off, the one that just wrecked my shit on that, ended my first run here. This was an absolutely enormous map. This map was insanely big. And I decided I would sneak along one side and get to that end goal. Maybe fight one pod along the way or something. Now, because I kept having, over and over again in different missions, I had multiple pods dogpiling me repeatedly. It was very frustrating, and I'm trying to identify the reasons why it happened. And I have some theories, which I'll get to in a minute. But this mission in particular, I had everything dogpile me. I basically wasn't even advancing forward. I ran into one pod on the very, very, very edge of this massive map, and then every single group of aliens came here and attacked me. And at first I was thinking, was it the grenades? Well, let's talk about it for a minute. What is going on in this game? Why do I keep losing? Why do I keep getting dogpiled by multiple enemy pods at once? Well, first, there is the noise issue. So I took a list of noise here. I tried to measure out and get a feel for how big 24 tiles is and 20 tiles and stuff. And this is actually a lot. This is actually a lot. I prefer this sort of stuff to be a little bit more mysterious. I don't like having to, but we have a problem here. So I need to figure this out. So you'll notice that the frag grenades that I tend to use a lot, they're great. They shred armor, they hit enemies when I'm often looking at a 30 to 40% chance to hit. They're pretty awesome. But, yeah, 24 tiles. Add to that the range of the grenade launcher so that I'm actually flinging the grenade another, 10 tiles. And you can be pulling enemies from pretty freaking far away. But that still doesn't explain why every alien on a map that massive would have all been clustered in the same space. Was it just bad luck? A streak of bad luck, mission after mission? So I dug a little bit deeper. There's a bunch of threads of people talking about this. Tested thoroughly. Confirmed. The AI is cheating. This particular thread, but there's a ton of others. And it's the sectopod would move with 100% predictability towards the hidden concealed units, regardless of their route, usually crashing through compound walls to do so. Reloaded a total of 8 times in different directions, and every time the same result. So, the enemies, as I said, I saw other threads, a bunch of different threads of people who've observed this behavior. The AI is cheating, and the pods are going to come towards me. No matter where I am on the map, there is no sneaking around. There is no I'm stealthy rebel sneaking towards a goal. Every time I tried to do that, multiple pods just pounded me. Just 4 or 5 pods hit me, and now we know why. This, in and of itself, wouldn't be so bad, but the Long War added this noise mechanic. So they all come towards you from all over the map to hang out just outside your vision somewhere. I don't know how close they get. Then you're in a fight and you detonate a frag grenade. And Guess what? Every single pod who've cheated and come right outside your vision, they're all just standing there. They all hear the grenade. They move forward. They'll even shoot at you and go into Overwatch the turn they enter your vision. And that's, I think, the situation that keeps happening. That's the number one thing I can fix, is I will no longer run missions where I try to be stealthy. I need to immediately find the first pod I can and immediately start attacking it. That's the only way to play the game, I guess. You can't sneak. There's no help for it. In fact, I might even completely throw away my stealth by just immediately... If I have the option to summon the Sky Ranger, I might just start summoning it turn 1, so at least I have a way to evac. Unfortunately, the missions that have killed me have all been missions with fixed evac points. Those are the ones where I get... excuse me, hiccups. I will focus on not having hiccups. Sometimes it even works. Anyway. The fixed evac point missions are where I get the total party wipes consistently. So, those missions, do I just not take them? Like, later in the game, I'll have all kinds of tools. The problem is only the very beginning of the game. But you have so few mission options. So this led to me running tests. Specifically... hold on a second. I'm opening something up here. So I've got media player here. I ran tests over and over again. I was wondering about longer missions with smoke bombs and things, if I could fight them slower, but there's always the timers. So this was the last mission we died on, the one with the 5 rookies. So I decided to just go in this mission over and over again and just test different strategies. So, first off, we go in, the terrain is terrible, there's almost nothing to hide behind. I tried fighting them. Yeah, hold on. I have multiple times where I went in. Here's another one. I tried... what if I just did the best I could for cover? So we got this tall cover here. I started placing my guys behind it. Got into a fight here with these guys. And the first thing that happens... so we're not throwing grenades, so we don't attract other pods. As much as grenades are absolutely great, I'm trying the... okay, let's just use tall cover, and we'll try getting into a gunfight and see how long it takes, how it goes. So in this test... come on. Okay, so they come out, and immediately... crit, dead. Okay. Yeah. This guy goes. I'm behind tall cover. Yeah, he hits anyway. Admittedly, this really isn't the best environment, so I try going into the battle again. Like, over and over again, I try the battle. And, of course, it gives me different terrains each time. Each time I go into the battle fresh. So, again... not the greatest one, but this time I tried... let's see... sorry, trying to get to it. Okay, I found a bunch of things. We had done some stuff. I've dazed them. Okay, this is great, man. Freaking rookies at their best. These two are both flanking the enemy while they have cover. So wait till you see this. These two here. Flank shot! Miss. Flank shot 2! Oh my gosh, not using grenades. How am I gonna not use grenades in the early game? If I throw grenades at them, I bring other pods down upon me. If I don't use and he shoots me, I have tall cover. He just went bang! Shot! They're all hitting. Okay, despite the fact I have cover, they just all hit this time. I mean, what am I gonna say? So, what am I gonna say? But wait, I kept experimenting. It kept going shit. But then I eventually discovered one strategy that did tilt the odds heavily. Okay, this is a terrible roof. It has no cover. But you see, what we do is... Was this the turn? No. I threw a grenade while on the roof to attract attention. Hey, if there's any Advent out there, come here. We have the high ground, and we're all overwatching from high ground. Immediately we get a reaction. They come to the grenade sound, and from the rooftop, we hit. I can't use the word consistently, but it makes such a massive difference. The high ground actually, it seems to, I mean, there's RNG involved, of course, you know, luck, but we're hitting shit. Okay. Well, I want to draw more enemies towards my roof. Even that's a hit, sort of. I want to draw more enemies to my roof, maybe another grenade further in. So we go ahead, we push forward, and we throw a grenade at that guy. He, of course, gets killed by the grenade. Come on, throw it. And more enemies will come towards our rooftop that we get to stand on top of. Anyway, this works. But you see, you've just seen this mission. I ran it over and over again. This is the only time I had a rooftop on this mission. Every other time I ran this mission, I was on flat ground. So you're not guaranteed to even have a roof to get on, and we have zero cover. No cover at all. But we can hit things. But there's another problem with this strategy. I'm supposed to collect 5 things and get to the evac zone. The reinforcements are going to start dumping every single turn when they come. I actually need to move forward. So I can't just camp on the roof like this and draw the enemies to me. Because the timers, almost every mission has the timer. So I still haven't figured out what my early game strategy is. I have so many ideas for party compositions and things I want to do, but the early game is going to be difficult. What can I do? I don't know. But just understanding a couple of basic things here. That frag grenade has a... I didn't show you when I measured how big 24 tiles are, but I mean, you can... It's a long-ass distance. One of these grenades can be heard from an obscene distance. And as I said, you throw the grenades... Look, he threw the grenade from here to there. If you fire the gun, it makes... hold on a second, I'll pull it up again. Shit, I closed the window, I'm sorry. Anyway, it's like 20 tiles for a gun. So you could count 20 tiles out from here, right? That's not so bad, firing a gun. It's not so bad. But when you throw a grenade all the way over here, and then that's the center point for 24 tiles out, you can imagine what that's doing. The grenade, specifically the flashbangs, only do 9 tiles of noise. And smoke bombs, you can just drop smoke bombs without any fear of them being heard, because you drop them on yourselves, basically. So smoke bombs are pretty safe. Flashbangs are relatively safe. It's just the frag grenade is super noisy, and what I mentioned about the enemy pods coming towards me. Every mission I have to play the game not thinking I'm stealthy rebels, but I'm just kick in the door and scream guns blazing at the first enemy I can see. Like, I literally just need to find the first enemy I can and open fire and ditch this stealth as soon as possible. Even if it's just a flying suitcase, I should probably just shoot the thing down. That is my conclusions. I think I'll do a lot better next time with this information. But I tell you, it was insanely frustrating being dogpiled by all of those pods like that. I feel cheated. I do. That mission, I know I already talked about it earlier and pulled up my video of it, but that mission last night where we were on the very edge of the map, that was straight up cheating. The AI just straight up cheated there. I was angry. I was angry last night, and I was angry most of today. I'm not even kidding. I should have totally gotten away with it. And that also answers the question. Even if I had snuck around the map the other way, the AI would have done the same thing to me. So, yeah. Battle scanners will help, of course. Having classes, having actual classes will give me, once we start gaining abilities and items and equipment, mimic beacons, all that kind of stuff, I'll have all kinds of options available to me and can build all kinds of interesting teams, but we just have to survive the early game. We just have to survive the early game. Anyway. The AI seems to be a big, complex beast. There's a lot going on, but, I don't know. As I said, it's not even, without the sound effect, without the sound mechanic, the Long Wars mechanic for sound carrying makes perfect sense. Putting the enemies on alert, drawing them to you, making them more aggressive and firing when they see you. But the mechanic from the base game of them, it's the two mechanics in tandem. You should either do one or the other, not both. That's my opinion. Anyway, we'll figure this out. Tonight is Master of Orion. Tomorrow, we'll start up a new file. I like the Reaper immensely. I'm really curious to see more of the Templar. I should probably just do the Skirmisher just to take a look at him. I don't know. But the Reaper is probably the best. No, but the Templar is literally a wall. I could be on that roof and the Templar would be tall cover. And 4 a blade of armor. It's amazing. I'm very fascinated to try the Templar. But I wanted to see how, man, I really have been looking forward to this game for a long time. The Long War of the Chosen. I really want to play around with all the abilities and everything a lot more. So, we're gonna figure this shit out. Anyway, that's all. That was, I guess, a long rant. This is the best I've been able to do to identify what the problems are and figure out solutions. I think I probably cannot run smash and grabs so early. much as I want them, it seems like they're a massive risk because it's hard to get high ground. You don't even have concealment to start with, and you're on a strict timer that forces you to really push forward. The smash and grabs seem like they're really, really, really hard for early game. Maybe if I had multiple shinobi. Sword kills are really quiet. I don't even have the Guerrillas Tactics School. I can't even choose what I'm going to train my rookies to be yet. Also, I think instead of the infirmary, I think my first instinct with the spy ring is really the covert ring. I think that really is the correct first choice. The infirmary would be really good, though. But I think I need that covert actions ring. I need every potential source of resources I can get. Everything I can get my hands on that's a resource early game. Anyway, that's all.